Once upon a time, there was Mr. Big Snail who was playing music in the woods. One day, Fred was walking through the woods and heard the music. He saw the snail. He saw Mr. Big Snail. Fred decided to make home for snail soup. He put Mr. Big Snail in the cage and told Max and Sneaky, "Don't let Mr. Big Snail out." Mr. Big Snail was playing some music which made Max and Sneaky laugh. But Mr. Big Snail stopped. "Dance some more," said Max and Sneaky. "There is not enough room in this cage. Let me out and then I can," said Mr. Big Snail. Mr. Big Snail and Max Sneaky just all danced closer and closer to the woods. But suddenly, he danced right onto the bush and disappeared to the woods. Worried that Fred will be mad, Max and Sneaky painted a rock to look like Mr. Big Snail. Mr. Big Snail. Fred began to cook Mr. Big Snail. He stirred and waited, but something is terribly wrong. This soup will not cook. He was cooking a rock, but what is Mr. Big Snail? Max and Sneaky are sorry that they tricked Fred, that he escaped. The next day, Fred searched and searched, but there was no sign of the Mr. Big Snail anywhere. That's the end of a well-known story about the clever snail. But then what happened? Jeffrey made up a story. Tell me what's going to happen next. Hi, I'm Jeffrey, and I'm 12 years old, and this is what happens to Clever Snail. Mr. Big Snail turned into the woods and hid around the bush. Guess what? There is Bearwinkle hiding in that bush too. And he said, "Come on and give me some ride, and let's go for a swim." Bearwinkle just clocked back like a knapsack, and they jumped in the pool and swam really fast. Uh-oh, someone really got stuck in the packed quicksand. And there's a poof. Pixie the fairy monster appeared, and he was a good fairy, and he said, "Hocus pocus." And then they turned into a picnic. It was awesome. And there's apples and chocolate ice cream. And they all lived happily ever after. The end.